All right. So I see LFR family from time to time pop up in my recommended. And from what I see, this guy is very, very much still on the Trump train after everything, which I just really find to be interesting. And the reason that I find it to be interesting is that there's people that I know, like in my own personal life, who I deem to be pretty good friends, who like are conservatives, which for the record, I've stated this a million times. I'm okay with people that are conservatives. I don't mind that. Just like I don't care if you're a liberal. But just know that most of the politicians that you support don't give a fuck about you and just don't be in a cult and we're cool. That's the way that I see it. I think that's a fair ask. Just don't be in a cult and I'm cool with you. Um so I say that to say that there are people that I know personally that are diehard that were diehard MAGA that have told me, "Hey, listen, I'm still a conservative, but I don't know if I can fuck with Donald Trump anymore." And a lot of them are like, "Well, it was because of the Epstein files." Some of them are like because of the economy. Some they lost him or he lost him with the Iran war going on. So here's the thing, right? I got raked through the coals a few months ago because I made a video basically saying that people that still support Trump are enabling PDFs, right? If you take a look at a number of the Epstein files, listen, my man is a PDF. Not only does he enable PDF files, not only did he cover up the Epstein files, he was one himself. So, I'm saying this right now. If you're out here publicly supporting him unequivocally 100% without any form of pushback, I am using my words extremely carefully, so listen to me again. If you are 100% supporting him without any pushback, unequivocally supporting him, then it is of my belief that you are supporting an alleged PDF file. Is that fair? I think that's fair. I shouldn't get in trouble for saying that. I want to react to something that LFR family made recently. I will say first of all, I don't know how personal this is going to get here, but I just appreciate a good family man because I didn't have a father growing up. Um, my my mother raised me and she did a fantastic job. Um, but I just want to say first of all, LFR family, if you see this somehow, unless you spew some absolute bullshit, even if you do genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I actually respect that you are a family man. Good on you. There are not a lot of men that are. So good. I give you mad props for that. Let's see what you guys say though. Hopefully I still like you at the end of this thing. Let's see though. Let's see.
I do not want that man to die. I want to watch him suffer. And I can't watch a dead person suffer. So I want him to be fully cognizant come November. So when people tell him,
Somebody need to give that old fart a hug.
So let's call a spade a spade. The Democratic Party is turning its constituents into terrorists, and they're doing it on purpose. The constant rhetoric that creates fear will eventually turn into hate, which we already see. And if that hate is allowed to fester long enough, it will turn into desperation, which then leads into violence. What I'm saying is eventually, all of the Democratic supporters will get to a point where they feel like the unaliving of Trump the cabinet, and all of their supporters
That's right.
will be the saving of America.
No. Okay. First of all, sir, LFR, you're not gonna push back on that? Because, was it not Trump who said that, he needs to eliminate the enemy within? Is he also not currently, calling for the jailing of, James Comey? Who, by the way, me personally, I don't know if Comey is guilty or innocent, but he's also, like, going after people who he wants to jail people who speak out against him, who just speak out against him. Freedom of speech. If someone comes out here and makes a video about me, you have all the rights to. There is no dirt on me. So, you can make anything that you want to. I won't care. I don't care. You know why? Because I got nothing to hide. It is your right as an American citizen to speak out if you view that something is wrong in your government. That is your right as an American citizen. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I know that some people might tell you that the Constitution no longer matters, but it does. The Constitution matters. I have a Constitution matters shirt. The Constitution matters. More than ever, the Constitution matters. And so let me also address the terrorist point. Okay. So do we have receipts of this? Because just saying something without giving receipts, that's not really all that great. I should know. Like I said earlier, I got raged through the coals because I didn't have receipts. I do now, but I didn't then. So the important part is if you're going to make a claim, you have to have substantive evidence to back up that claim. So how are they going to turn into terrorists, if you don't mind me asking? Because last I recall, the people that did January 6th, a lot of them that Trump pardoned, went on to either attempt to rape children, raped children, or had CP. You know, that to me is terrorism. Hurting a child in any way, to me, is terrorism. If you go through LFR's feed, that doesn't get mentioned, dog. That doesn't get mentioned. What about the fact that if you want to even go back to 2017, I don't recall the Democrats or Democratic voters being the ones that held tiki torches at Charlottesville. For that. Or how about the fact that recently every political shooting has been done by a Republican? I mean, for God's sakes. Well, actually, funny story about that one, but the supposed alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk went to a conservative college. Again, nothing wrong with conservatism, but we have to be even keel about all of this. But that's a funny story there because apparently he's not the shooter. Apparently Cash Patel messed up or something. I don't know. I might get into that. I want to start to do like exposés on this channel and do, deep dives. So I might dig into that and try to see what I can find on that because that's actually kind of interesting. So I say all this to say that to throw the word terrorist out there is not really all that great. It's not great. Because the maggots don't like to be called Nazis, do they? They say, well, don't generalize all of us. We're not all like that. I don't think the Democratic voters would like to be put into one box. That's all that I'm saying. And I don't think it's right to put them all into one box. Now, if this guy provides receipts, all right, then maybe we can work with something. But something tells me that he's not going to give you receipts. So that's just my own point of view. Let's see, though. Let's keep watching.
And the Democratic Party knows that if they continue to spread fear and confusion and chaos, that their constituents will eventually become chaotic. They will become rioters. They will become terrorists.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that more and more each day. This is what they want. People like Harry Sisson and Aaron Parnes.
Oh yeah. Harry Sisson's a terrorist. Oh, oh my God, dude. Harry Sisson's a terrorist. Are you serious right now? Dude, he can't even pick up girls. How the fuck is he a terrorist? What? Harry Sisson still sucks on his mom's tit for breast milk. How is he a terrorist? Come on, man. Dude, you gotta do better than that, man. Come on. Come on. Come on, dude. Dude, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here, bro. Harry Sisson? Really? Seriously? Come on, dude. You're 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 making me defend Harry Sisson. Who turned on CERN, bro? Seriously.
Are being paid to turn the Democratic supporters into terrorists.
Let me make one correction. They're being paid to spew the Democratic Party's establishment narrative. They're not being paid to turn them into terrorists, okay? To say, like I said before, to say the word terrorist is very, 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 very close to libel or slander. It's actually very slanderous. And it's not correct, okay? Because the definition of a terrorist, correct me if I'm wrong, is a singular person or a group of individuals who cause mass terror, right? So, what incidents recently, like consistent incidents, have there been where people that support Democrats have committed terrorist acts? Because you guys know me, I'm fair. I would call it out if something like that happened. If you have examples, comment them down below. When has that happened? I haven't seen it. And I don't follow pro, Democrat news. I don't. Most left-leaning news outlets are not pro-Democrat. I don't follow pro-Democrat news. Something would have came up. I would have seen it somewhere if something happened. They're not afraid to call out Democrats and their voters. So I'm curious. Can someone give me the receipts? Is that possible?
At some point, they will feel like the unaliving of MAGA, of anybody who supports Trump, would be a positive thing for America. This is where they're going. This is how demented this party is. The Democratic Party is America's Hamas.
Oh my God.
God bless.
If you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
I'm pro stealing from big corporations because they steal quite a bit more from their own workers. Brian
Okay. Not a Hasan fan at all. The killing Rick Scott thing, nah, you shouldn't have said that. However, stealing from big corporations. Maybe stealing is not the correct word. How about redistributing wealth in a fair way? How about that? That works better. That's fair. That works better. See, it's all about wording. If you're perfect with your wording, then they can't get you for anything. We on the left are not for stealing wealth from big corporations. We want to redistribute it evenly and fairly amongst everybody. Boom. There. However, Hasan is a retard, so he's not going to say it in that way. So,
Thompson, as the United Healthcare CEO, was engaging in a tremendous amount of social murder. Virtually every American has.
That's true. By the way, Brian Thompson murdered a lot of people. So I mean, just putting that out there, man. Like, do I think that he deserved to die? You guys know me, I'm a pacifist. No one should have the right to play God. That's just my own point of view. Like, you shouldn't kill people. I do think he should have been in jail though for what he did, and he should have been put into like solitary confinement and give him a year per person that he killed, so he would have spent the rest of his life in jail. However, I don't believe that murder is the right answer to something like that. Because if you kill one person who did something wrong, and then you kill like everyone who's done something wrong, not everybody who's done something wrong is really evil. So then you fall into this category where there's no chance at redemption for anybody. So what Luigi Mangione did, he shouldn't have killed him. I don't think he should have killed him. Brian Thompson should have just gone down the right way. You don't kill people. You just lock them up and make them pay what they should have paid. That's all.
A similar experience, a shared experience where they have a loved one that spent their last days, instead of spending them with their family, spending it on the phone, talking to their healthcare provider.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony.
This guy's
I don't know
on.
if this is going to be possible. Or
this guy's on. Oh, okay.
I mean, this is just some of the stuff that he said. He says the
Khanna, what's up?
Hezbollah flag is dope. He likes Hamas better than Republicans. Landlords are MFers. And you go and sit down with him and you put your reputation on.
Landlords are MFers. Let's go. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Hasan, but fuck most landlords. Mine's cool, so if she sees this, you're cool. But most landlords are scumbags. Sorry, putting that out
On the
there.
line, and you want everybody else to take a step back?
Well, Brian, because I have said that Hamas is a terrorist organization, Hezbollah is a terrorist organization. I was one of the first people who condemned the shooting of the United Healthcare executive.
That's true.
Millions of people follow Hasan Piker. Why? Because he's speaking about some of the frustrations. He's speaking about the fact that people don't have healthcare in America. Well, there are a lot of people on the podcast world, et cetera, who say things that are outrageous or sensationalist, and I push back when you do that. But we have to understand the anger in this country of people who feel they can't buy a house, they can't afford gas, they can't have health care, they're upset at the system. It's one of the reasons Trump won twice, and we have to engage while condemning the violence. But if you look at
my dog, you have to engage while condemning the violence. That's my dog. That is my dog. Khanna for President 2028. Boom. I said it right here, right now. Khanna is my dog.
I think I never engage in approving of violence, approving of the incitement of violence, and I'll condemn it when I hear it.
Congressman, I just can't believe you choose to go on. I mean, Cory Booker and others have not.
He says that he condemned the violence, but by platforming these people and by not checking them right then and there, you're supporting it.
He's never exercised and he only consumes Diet Coke. He shouldn't be this hard to miss.
Really, at this point, I'm just waiting for that death certificate. Send us that death certificate so we can prove that that man is going to be 10 feet under the ground and burning in hell before we all celebrate.
Real shooters don't miss. So for any real shooters out there, just a couple words of affirmations, because you never miss.
So I look forward to turning on the news every morning to see if he's still here with us. How many of you do the same thing every day?
My point was he has to die eventually, right? Yeah. Please?
And how the fuck y'all keep shooting everything but this bitch?
With millions of supporters, he is encouraging a lot of them. And then with Representative Khanna giving him.
All right, bro. Okay, all right. This gets broached on the Roll at Romecast a ton, but bro, have you ever been in a COD lobby before? To be honest with you, I've heard worse in a COD lobby before. I've heard worse in a Halo lobby before. Motherfucker, I've heard worse in a Fortnite lobby, okay? Like, yo. Also, hilariously, didn't Trump just celebrate the death of Robert Mueller? So, it's okay for him to celebrate the death of people. But it's not okay for just the regular pleb to make a joke. Or even if they're being serious. I mean, listen. Do I wish for death upon people? Not particularly. But I'm not gonna like sit here crying my eyes out when I hear that George Bush is dead. I might do a little backflip in my living room. Okay? I don't wish harm upon him. I hope he has a nice and peaceful death. I don't want him to get shot or nothing. But listen, man. I mean, they're not like it's a fucking joke, bro. Why are you virtue signaling over a joke? Seriously. Like, if it was the flip side, then everybody would be saying that, well, the left are being snowflakes. Like, say that it was the inverse, right? And say that Kamala Harris became, president, right? And then someone shot at her. And then the right was making a whole bunch of jokes saying, well, shooters shoot, shooters don't miss. And then the left got mad. The right would be calling all of us a bunch of snowflakes. So, even though I do think a lot of it would just be jokes from some people on the right. Some would be being serious, and I'm not saying that that people on the left are not being serious. There are some that are, and I condemn those people. But what I'm saying is that a lot of it is probably kidding, and to get all butthurt and to virtue signal when you yourself, as a family man, are so angry about this, but not of the fact that Donald Trump covered up a pedo ring where they raped children, where they murdered and ate babies. And that's not alleged. That's in the files. The fact that you're not angry about that really goes to speak to the type of human being that you are. In the sense that you only care about your values when it's convenient. And that means that you don't really believe in what you claim to. And that's the problem. You see, because I have my values no matter what. I am a pacifist when it comes to everybody. When I say that I believe in Medicare for all, I believe in Medicare for all. I believe in Medicare for LFR. I believe in Medicare for his children. I believe in Medicare for all for everybody. I believe in Medicare for all for the welfare mom. I believe in Medicare for all for the dude in the South who has a beer gut and who has one tooth. I believe in Medicare for all for people that wish me dead. I wish Medicare for all for people that hate me. I wish Medicare for all for everybody because I believe that every single American deserves it, okay? Regardless of whether I agree with you or not. That's my value and I stick to it. Problem is, LFR, he can't. He can't. Because his value is only one-sided. That's not a value, that's bias.
Him pretty much his stamp of approval, then people are going to really start to take that seriously, even if they only looked at him as a content creator before. This guy was voted into office, so they're going to consider him to be more serious now. It's unfortunate that he is acting as if he don't see his impact in all of this. He totally does, but he don't want to accept any responsibility. That's why he continues to say, I condemn this, I condemn that. He did not answer the question. Bruh, you are supporting these Democrats that are turning other Democrats into terrorists. Y'all make it seem like it's okay to want to hurt, harm, unalive Republican supporters, Republican voters, even the president. And that's unfortunate. And I believe that y'all should be locked up for it. That's just me. The same way that y'all are protecting illegal immigrants from being deported, throwing things at ICE agents, disrespecting officers when you acted as if you supported them at one time under Obama. Y'all let him do his thing, get out, 3 million illegal immigrants at the time, and y'all didn't bother him at all. As a matter of fact, you guys celebrated it by going on ride-alongs. That's what CNN did anyway.
Okay, I'm going to break this down as simple and easy as I can. Okay, so the corporate media, who are the same ones who have tried to redeem George Bush's image, the same ones who led us into the Iraq War, the same ones who helped to perpetuate staying in Afghanistan longer than we should have, the same ones who basically blackballed and blacklisted Edward Snowden, those same people, you are basing your claim off of CNN ride-alongs from back when Obama was in office, when I was literally like 9 or 10 years old. That's what you're basing your claim off of. When in fact, Obama's deportation policy was one of the most unpopular things that he did. Mitt Romney had a higher approval on his deportation platform in 2012 than Obama did. You can look that up. All it takes is a Google search to expose these people. That's all that it takes. Is one simple Google search. My brain doesn't comprehend this. It seriously doesn't. I don't understand. I don't get it. You're citing something from 2010 when corporate news, who perpetuates the establishment no matter who is in office, did a ride-along. That's your big evidence. Okay, well, let me counter that with some evidence of my own. You want to talk about that? Okay, fine. Let us play your game, sir. We should lock up every politician and every podcaster who helped to perpetuate the Epstein cover-up. Huh? You like that? I think that's fair. You know what? I'll give you what you want, and I get what I want. You all can make googly eyes at each other. How about that? That's fair, right? That means that you would go to jail, Holmes. Now, granted, I don't want you to go to prison. Your family needs you. But I'm just saying, playing dangerous games gives you dangerous consequences, bro. You want to conduct in this thought experiment with me? You want to go bar to bar with someone who's got nothing to lose? Someone who took poli-sci in college and knows what he is talking about? Can destroy you in any way, shape, and form? Who I restrain myself 99% of the time, but if you really want to go back and forth, I can expose anybody. And I can debate you till the cows come home and drive you crazy and make you expose yourself. I'm just saying, bro. You're huge. I don't expect you to respond. But if you do, come correct. That's all I'm saying.
We went on a ride along as ICE chased after illegal immigrants, and they thought that was fun under Obama. Now, under Trump, they want to unalive Trump and anybody that works for him. They want to dox anybody who's an ICE agent. They want to ruin their vehicles. They want to go to their homes and harass their families. They want to go to their jobs, their families' jobs, and harass them. They want to wait outside of their family school so that they can harass the children and all these things. I'm thankful to be on the Republican side for now, while things are still being done properly. But if things change.
Iran war, high gas prices, Epstein cover-up, JFK file cover-up, MLK file cover-up, high energy prices, high food prices, high housing prices, high electricity prices, high rent prices, high prescription drug costs, no reversal on no tax on tips. We still have tax on tips, tax on overtime, subsidies and exemptions for the 0.1%. Infrastructure gets a rank of F. Roads, bridges, schools are all falling apart in this country. Should I go on? Do I need to say more? My guy, all due respect, you're a cuck. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing, you're a faggot.
Yep. Then I will vote my interests. I'm not ever going to be as demonic as any of these individuals where they are praying for someone's downfall, literally praying for someone to pass away, praying that when they wake up and watch the news, they will see something saying that the president has not waken up or he's been unalived. You know what? Unfortunately for you guys, he's going to be fine. He will live out healthily. He will be healthy his entire administration. So I look forward to y'all faces and y'all bitching and moaning and complaining that you're not getting your way, because that's all you've done so far. And not for nothing, our country is still remaining stronger and getting stronger and stronger day by day, regardless of you praying for his downfall. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. If you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I am Van, and now we are all the LFR family. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and hopefully inside the Patreon, locals, or our members only on YouTube. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing.
Well, the GOP establishment podcast sphere remains strong, I guess. On to the next.